Finally, after months of delay, Many Excalibur's sequel to his SMG4 related videos it exists now. So I'm gonna watch it because I got nothing better to do.
Finally, the videos are finished. Over 3 years ago on my channel, I uploaded a video showcasing the first 3 years of working on SMG4 videos. And now, it's time for the long-awaited sequel. Before we get started with this video, I want to give a huge shout out and say thank you to all those out there who watched the videos, where you chose to acknowledge the things I was doing in that video, either through social media posts or even making reaction videos.
I need to have a little avatar.
Oh my god! No way! Oh my god! Oh, it's me!
I should not be that loud.
And he goes by the name of Many Excalibur 2012. Special shout out to you for the amazing video and of course the honorable.
Oh god, it's my brother screaming.
Mentions that you've been giving out to the many creators who were a fan of SMG4 for quite some time.
It's always a wonderful thing to see that the actions that you do behind the scenes really do mean a lot for the SMG4 community. An important thing as well is that those in the SMG4 team itself did indeed watch over my video and have been used to help improve videos throughout 2023 and beyond, which includes things such as GNR characters being way more used and Greg and Mark being able to talk again. What a lovely day. Characters like Meggy getting complete updated behind the scenes to be more appealing and likable for the audience, but also using this as a basis to help improve other characters. I even noticed myself that when I made Mario catch Meggy in the cursed tapes that they actually decided to write more moments like that officially in the scripts. However, I just want to point out that just because these moments did exist did not mean that I was the one who worked on them. Obviously, it's nice to hear people praise the work I do, but I want to ensure that the praise I get is for scenes I've actually done. Just because there's a Mario and Meggy moment does not mean that I worked on every single moment. I want to spend the first half of this video shouting out even more people from the community, because from the last video and this video, I have been introduced to a lot more people.
I don't know how to get a face cam.
Bounce the head.
What?
Yeah.
Alright, I like this.
Don't help any of them.
Holy!
The only people have face cam or their own little avatar.
You're not done yet.
Also, I get noticed by people.
He can die, okay.
I'm scared.
Sorry, what the frick?
And just like last year, there are two particular individuals that I want to give special shout-outs to.
Sorry.
The first one is SM64 Rise and their incredible work with Saturn. For those who don't know what Saturn is, it is an advanced version of recording footage within the Mario 64 engine. You have no idea how easier it is to use this application than using the old method. There's so much good things about this, and I'm looking forward to seeing it getting updated in the future. I highly recommend checking out Saturn. and the other one that will be shouted out will be Shining Lotto. I have this particular thing about myself. When I end up discovering users who are very encapsulated with the content that we make on SMG4, I always try to find a way to involve them within the series. And it came in the form of workshop submissions. I was the first one who discovered them and put them in episodes. I was the one who suggested to the team to use them in future videos, and now her models are a part of the SMG4 universe.
Oh my god! Are you kidding me?
That's
mine!
Oh god!
Of course, getting a face cam would be better than making an avatar. I have to just keep that.
You've definitely made a lot of people proud with the work you've done, and we're all excited to see what you'll make next. Now, I don't know how I'm gonna sneak the buff Axel into future videos, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
And it's now time to not only be talking about 2023, but actually a lot more than I was supposed to. You see, looking back at the first video I made, I didn't realize at the time, but I ended up leaving out a lot of information that should have existed in that video. But why don't we just step back a little bit and talk about my position within the company. When you first heard what I did, it was mainly with video production and animation. But I'm happy to say I have now been introduced into the writing section of SMG4. Not only was I able to keep writing more skits for the Mario Does Things, but I was even given the opportunity to write out entire
Last. Good to know.
scenes of the main SMG4 videos. Which, by the way, does include some deleted scenes that didn't
Show us.
make it, which I'm going to show you right now.
Aw, poor Psycho.
Tutto matato. Dietro una matoro, non mi sono matato che. Allora se ne sarate non rapetani finiti. No, se ne deve, però con te non tonete.
Luigi?
Uno to detto e botto rapato tutto e secca tutta.
Don't beat up Melanie.
Cock and ball torture.
Oh no!
Oh, thank God that's over.
This is so nice!
Yummy.
But Christmas is next week's episode.
Thank you!
So,
But I think one of the best things that I could say about this is that I am now officially the main lead writer for the SMG4 short animations unless stated otherwise. I also want people to kind of have a bit of an insight on how I particularly write SMG4 related stuff. The main thing that I start with all of my ideas always circulates around the community. I'm always looking when people criticize the show. I'm always looking at suggestions. I'm always even looking at like small things people would love to see happen. As a writer, I find that listening to the community is a very important factor to take in mind because it allows me to reassure that what I'm doing is something that I know the community will enjoy watching. As myself, I want to ensure that every time I make a short or every time I write a skit, I can make sure that every character is able to take the spotlight. It's also kind of related with the SMG3 Sussy Notebook. Everyone in the SMG4 team had the opportunity to draw what could exist in the book, and these were the drawings that I did that got in, and these were the other drawings I did that unfortunately didn't get in the book. But we can't talk about my writing without bringing up the fact that last year was also the creation of Leggy. The very first time I got to write a mainline episode, I created a meme. If that is not the perfect introduction you could ever accomplish as a writer, I don't know what is. But it was your criticisms of the character and your voices of concern that made me write this scene the way it was. Obviously, one of the main things I've heard the community talk about is how certain characters have been hogging the spotlight and other characters you rarely actually see anymore. So what I like to personally do is that every time I get a scene, if I have the ability to take an SMG4 character and put them in the background, I'll do so. Like, let's take Kaizo for example. Here are all the different scenes that I've put Kaizo in that weren't originally in the script, which is actually related with part 2 of this video, which probably won't be released for a while.
Boo this man!
However, because I don't want to disappoint you for how long you've been waiting for at least part 1 to be released, I'm actually going to do a little sneak peek on showing you all the little additional things I've personally added to SMG4 videos. Some of these include jokes that are references to past videos, certain characters being put in background shots such as Kaizo, GNR, and Bell, and adding moments for certain characters that will help grow their dynamic as a character and that fans of them will enjoy watching, such as Mario and Peach with moments where they both are actually caring about each other, Psycho and Tari with both of them resting on one another and Psycho protecting Tari, SMG 3 and 4 with them genuinely caring about the other person, doing the original reference to the Snow Trapped episode, and expressing various flirtation remarks between the two. And of course, all the Mario and Meggy moments that include the expression they make when they look at each other. Meggy more caring about Mario, wanting to help him more. Both of them doing the same poses. And many, many others that I will talk about in part 2. Now going back on topic with characters being back in the spotlight, how exactly can this be fixed and what has this got to do with the shorts? Simple. If you were to look at YouTube right now, shorts actually get more attention and more care from YouTube themselves. You go to the trending tab, it's just entirely full of shorts. So, my job as the main writer for the shorts is that I'm going to get all of these characters and I'm going to try and put them in as many shorts as possible, which not only will allow them to be back on the spotlight, but could actually get more attention than mainline episodes themselves. There is actually a small thing that everyone in the SMG4 team, alongside myself, actually has the ability to do, is that we have the ability to enhance certain aspects of the script that we're given to animate. Here's a particular example that I did in the form of a minigame. On the episode The New Castle, I was the one who animated the Mario and Meggy bit. Can you guess how many small particular things that I added to this scene? Okay, you've got it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That is how much this scene was changed from the original script. And it's not just me, it's every single animator itself. Speaking of writing, we can perfectly transition into talking about Meggy. A large fraction of the last year video, we spent a lot of time talking about her. And rightfully so. In my opinion, with everything I saw last year, she was classified by the community to be the most hated character. But I'm happy to say that behind the scenes, we did look at Meggy and change the way that she acted. Because when you really boil everything down, the best way for a character to be resolved, in a way, you kind of get them to be like Mario. Why? The world around him is crazy, so he takes this as his advantage to solve the issues that lie ahead for him. And if you look at Meggy, she's now doing the same things as well. But she's still maintaining her personality, so she's not just a carbon copy of Mario. Now look, she's not fully fixed. I have noticed that she still has certain issues that do pop up, so there is still room for improvement. But with everything that's now happened for Meggy, and looking at the audience's reception of her, Meggy is now officially no longer the most hated character. Because the most hated character is now SMG4. I will be honest, this took me a lot by
like
surprise. It was interesting to see that when I took the audience's attention away from critiquing Meggy, that they were able to bring up the other issues that occurred with other
like
characters. With episodes such as Let's Go Visit Peach and Our New Home, that's when the hatred towards the SMG4 character really started to escalate. So one of the main things that I will be investing my time with is looking into the criticisms of not just SMG4 but all the other characters and do my best to try and see if that could be resolved. Because even I know that there's certain things that I wish could be improved. I wish Mario could be written to be a little more sympathetic or less insane than where he currently is. I want to see less moments of How to Train Your Mario and the McDonald's ice cream machine, and see way more moments from Mario like the KFC episode or the elevator one, where Mario is smart enough to be self-aware on the crazy world he lives in and takes advantage of that as an opportunity to solve issues. And even more of those emotional bits like Final Hours or Revelations or the rooftop scene in Meggy's boot camp. When you write him to act in a particular way, it's very hard to kind of believe if he provides any sympathy towards other characters because of his actions. But it's not just the criticisms that I like to search for and study, but also the Steam Workshop itself. The one thing I do at the beginning of every single week is I search SMG4 and I browse the workshop to see if there's any particular models that could be used in actual future videos. My absolute favorite thing about this is that whenever SMG4 releases a model to the workshop, that someone out there will take that model and make an enhanced version of it. So after I find a particular item, I showcase it, and I basically send that over to Luke. And I guess behind the scenes in the upper management section, if they find a model that they like, and they can find a way to put it in an upcoming SMG4 episode, it will officially appear. Obviously, some creative individuals have made their own variations of certain characters. Unfortunately, because of consistency within the show, regardless how good these models look, we technically can't use these models. The other thing I do is I actually spend the beginning of these weeks actually browsing certain particular Discord channels. Either my own server, my friends' servers, the SMG4 servers, or just other MISC servers that I'm a part of. And if I find certain audio files that I think could work in episodes, I'll link that to Luke as well. So chances are, if you're in the SMG4 Discord and you've posted some media file in the meme section, there's a particular chance that if it could fit in a script, it will appear in an SMG4 episode, with obvious credits for that source file itself. Oh, so with that being said, do not go to these servers and start spamming media in the meme section. The only thing you'll come across with is being annoying, and you'll be immediately banned from those servers. So I'm not trying to encourage that, don't take it the wrong way. Now, in relation with writing mainline episodes, I know some people out there might say maybe it might be difficult to really come up with episode ideas. And from my personal experience, I'm gonna have to disagree with that. This is the amount of episodes with the structure of what happens from the beginning all the way to the end that I have created myself. However, I'm not gonna really spoil too much about these because I've been able to chat with Kevin about this, and he said to me that there is a possibility that my episode ideas can become actual episodes. Now here's where things start to get a little bit exciting. If I get a reinsurance by Luke and Kevin that these scripts can never be approved as official episodes on the SMG4 channel, I will be animating them myself and uploading them as fan animations to my own channel. The only particular difference is that as this is a fan animation that is not fictional to the actual storyline itself, I could basically animate any particular thing I want, as long as it follows the guidelines I mentioned last year. And by the way, I want to look for voice actors that I can commission, meaning that I will be paying them to voice characters within these episodes.
I'm not sure if I
The
PayPal.
one main thing I do want to promise to everyone here is I would love to do a lot more SMG4 related videos this year and future years. Which isn't just related with commentary, there's a lot more that I've been planning behind the scenes. The only two SMG4 videos I ever created last year was the Mario Kart video, and on my second channel, I actually showcased an SMG4 Guitar Hero mod, which by the way, I was able to get a chart of Darkest Hour and even played it on that exact same video. So technically I can't actually use the music because it claims my video, so I'm just gonna have to go and now it's time to bring attention to a certain video that I'm sure you are all aware that I made. Yes, we are now finally going to be talking about the Mario Kart love song video. Aww. And I know you all have a lot of questions. Let's start with the main question. Why? Or as some people might say it, the way that I've always made my videos, not just SMG4, but on my channel itself, I will only start production on any video that I upload to my channel is if, when thinking about it as an idea, I believe that the end result will be worth making. And at the beginning of January of 2023, I was basically just listening to the various music I have, and I came across this song that was originally created by Sam Hart. And I just sort of kind of daydreamed while listening to the song. So then you start thinking about Mario, then you start thinking about Meggy, then you start imagining both of them with the song. And the more I thought about it, the more I figured this actually wouldn't be a bad idea. It would be pretty funny if I made the video published on this fan-made suggestion that May the 14th was considered a Mario and Meggy day. And the video was made. And even the video itself has its own collection of Easter eggs. The intro bit is based off the Mario Kart video. We have Mario holding on to Meggy like the Cursed Tapes video. And the ice skating bit is actually based upon this fan comic. The shot where they're dancing is based off Meggy Moves In. The fishing segment is kind of more of an alternative towards the fishing episode because I saw a lot of people didn't particularly like that episode. And yeah, it even has a rooftop reference. The original song itself is just one person singing, but when I made my video, I edited in a way to make it more like a duet. Thanks to the wonderful mixing and producing done by a good mate of mine, Bandypat. The other question some people might ask is, did you actually get in trouble by Glitch?
Good.
No, I never got in trouble for making the video. But now, I think it's time for the third question. A question that many people have been trying to figure out for a very long time. Do you actually ship the two of them together? Of course I do. What kind of silly question is that supposed to be? You're all asking a question you already know the answer to. Also, in relation with these two characters, for some reason there is a particular group of people online who have absolutely no idea on the actual ages of the characters, so I want to put this to rest right here and now, to avoid any more of this confusion. Mario's age, as confirmed by Shigeru Miyamoto, the guy who created Mario, is confirmed to be 24. And it's proven by the Mario movie, because you can clearly tell they wanted to represent this age within this character. But apparently, people in the community think Mario is 40, because they're actually mixing up the year it's been since the very first Donkey Kong game was released. There's two reasons that this doesn't make any sense at all. Firstly, that would imply within this video game, this character that's running and jumping is apparently 0 years old. The other thing is that what about Yoshi's World, where you actually have to escort baby Mario himself? Where's the consistency here? And then there's Meggy, who has been confirmed to be 22 years old. Like, have people somehow forgotten that Meggy has been an adult for quite a long time now? But apparently, according to some people, despite the fact that Meggy has gone to university, despite the fact that she lives by herself in a 2-story house that she brought, they think she's 14. You want to know why they think that? Because of this Twitter meme video by Pot of Greed.
Mario, what the f*** are you doing? You can't have to turn.
Why not, Luigi?
Because she's 14!
Yeah, what's it to ya?
The last thing to mention is that we don't really have a definitive way how aging works within the SMG4 universe. Like, some characters age but others don't. Or there's various cases like Melanie is 21 but she served in the Vietnam War. Or will Jub Jub's model change when he gets older? Or will it just stay the same and he'll be an adult with the form of a newly born baby? What I'm basically trying to say is that Mario and Meggy, including the Mario Kart love song video, have contained 2 adults. So the next time you see somebody trying to make this argument, just let them be, knowing to yourself that they have done absolutely no research themselves to back up their claims. I guess lastly about this topic that I can mention is that I've invested a lot of my time, aside from criticism, in actually looking at the shipping side of the SMG4 community. In fact, I've looked so much into the shipping side of SMG4, I legitimately can rank you which are the most popular and least popular ships. You know what? I'm gonna do that right now.
Alex Melanie! Ew! Alex hold it.
Which are the most popular and least popular ships. You know what? I'm gonna do that right now.
You see that? You see that right there? You see that? You see that? Hold on. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Sorry, I need a... Guess no one cares about Nilo. Oh, it's almost over. You know, this day just keeps getting better for me, actually. I got the Pokemon stuff. I actually found my necklace, which I thought I had lost. I got my SMG4 plush. Now this. Yay! Good day for me! All unknown ships are dead or died, damning. No one talks about it anymore. Ahem! I talk about Nilo. Me and my friends do.
And now we're up to the last topic of this video. And what that is that I've noticed that there's a lot of turmoil within certain members of the SMG4 community, where certain likes of characters or ships, a lot of people just tend to fight each other over it. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with having a discussion, but I feel like a lot of discussions just tend to lead to massive flame wars with each other. Obviously, the SMG4 community is a large community, and everyone is going to have their own different opinions. But the only way a community like this can exist is if those who tend to fight with each other can be respectful with other people's opinions. Like, I know entering stuff like this and expecting peace might be a very long shot, but I see no problem with at least trying. So, to conclude this video, there are 3 things I'm going to mention. Number 1, this video is technically also a QA.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to think.
For the next 2 weeks, I will be giving you the ability to ask me one question of your choice, and it can be about anything. Number 2, as inspired by this video, I want to do this exact same thing, but with the voices I've done for Glitch Productions. So you have the choice to either ask me one question, one quote, or both a question and a quote. And the last thing is for you to get ready for part 2. All I can tell you in preparation is this. If you thought the deleted scenes from last year were the biggest things you ever saw, you will not be prepared for part 2. So get ready. We're also making Boys vs. Girls free.
We even get boys vs. girls too. Okay, that's funny. I'm gonna go think about what to say in the comments. And yeah, also gonna upload this. It's not gonna be in the reaction video playlist. I just wanted to do something. We got up to recording. Wait. Okay, bye.